Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 7 of Europa Universalis IV as Venice. In the last video we finished our war with Serbia and Bosnia. I actually was able to take quite a bit more from them than I expected to. As a result, we have now completely cut the Ottomans off from having a border with Serbia, which means the Ottomans can no longer fabricate against them and do a CB. Also, it cut Serbia off from Hungary, and Bosnia have one border with Hungary. They are still only allied with each other. As soon as our truces wear off with them, we should be able to go and take those three provinces without much of a hassle at all. If we have a look over here, we can see that Hungary does have a few claims on some of the provinces down here, but they are our rival, so we don't care about that all that much. Reduce overextension, definitely something that we want to do. Manpower reserves need to recover. That's going to take a while. I think reducing overextension is something that we'll be able to do first, and it will give us a boost to our diplomatic reputation. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We are working on all of our cores now. They will take a little bit of time. So our overextension is at 50%. We don't have any positive stability. Our war exhaustion is going to burn off quite high or quite quickly. We're very, very low on our manpower, so even by the time we finish coring, we may still get the mission to do the manpower recovery, so that is fine. In the meantime, we are just going to be saving up some of our monarch points, hopefully getting some new technologies. We are very much behind now on admin because of all of that coring, as well as Diplo. Gain the stability and lose 10 Republican tradition. Or lose 5 Republican tradition. I think on the next election I'm going to vote a new guy in anyway. What's the actual guy that we got last time? He is 57, so he's not worth re-voting. So I don't mind losing a bit of Republican tradition. I'll take the free stability. We do lose some Republican tradition, but when our next election comes along, we're going to elect a new guy, and that'll get Republican tradition back up. We'll keep doing that until we get a guy who's relatively young, and then we can keep voting him in. By the time we get one, hopefully we'll be up close to 100 Republican tradition. We're still making money, 2.61 ducats per month, despite the fact we do have a level 2 advisor. 3 years of increased trade efficiency. That is nice. Do we still need to have that level 2 advisor? We've got him for missionary strength because we've got a fair few conversions to do. We don't necessarily need to have him. But I think having a +2 is good. Who could we replace him with? Reduce national unrest. He's only a +1. That could be useful. How are our conversions going? What is our conversion strength on some of these provinces? Not too bad, actually. I mean, being able to convert fast is nice, but we don't have an awful lot there. Siena has become a free city. That's fine until Austria goes and attacks them. I think I will stick with the level 2 guy because I do want to get my admin points back, although one of them has just died. So, and it's actually the Diplo guy. So, morale of navies Diplo rep will be quite useful. Let's go and take the Diplo rep guy. We should be able to continue with this. What's that put our Diplo rep up to now? Diplo rep is now -3, but we've lost that positive modifier that we had before. So we're still not actually managing to make any. Oh, we are making some progress now. We did make some temporarily. That's quite weird. We've got a potential rebel uprising. This is going to be the Bosnian separatists. Ideally we want to be in mountains, so if they pop we will be taking some attrition, but if they pop in mountains we want to be the defenders. Quite a lot of the area here is mountainous. What we could do, of course, is split the army in half, and then wherever they spawn we should be able to hopefully reinforce. Means we're not taking attrition. We can't really afford to do it. We're still in negative manpower. Dalmatia's mine, they won't spawn there. They could spawn in hills. Zeta belongs to Serbia, or did belong to Serbia, not Bosnia, so I don't think we have to worry too much about that. So we should be okay there. Positive stability is going to help with manpower regain, I believe. Trade power, spy defense, national unrest. Oh no, it does help with missionary strength though. We'll recall our diplomat from you. Who else would we like to potentially suck up with... Corsica's quite small, although it's unlikely we're ever going to be able to vassalize them. I wonder if they ever would accept vassalization. No, because they've got a hostile attitude. Economic tax base, member of the empire, yeah. Too much stuff stopping that from ever happening. That's the Papal State. I don't think the Papal State is ever going to like us. Mainly because we're rivaled. We'll try and improve relations with him, though. We might be able to get some papal influence back. Who else do we want to stay friendly with? Austria. We'd like to stay friendly with Austria, actually. Our improved relations has gone down. I don't have a free diplomat at the moment, but I soon will. That negative modifier from that papal event is going to go down. We're apparently allied to one of their rivals, which must be Burgundy. No, Poland. So we'll improve relations with Austria. We do want to try and keep them happy. I don't want to have to fight Austria if I can help it. I think the best thing to do, is, as far as getting into all the wars is concerned, is try and be a little bit cheeky and sneak in on the back of somebody else's wars and do some damage. We can gain a diplomatic insult on Austria, or Austria's opinion. Oh, yeah, we'll have that. I was just saying I want them to like me a little bit more. So that puts them up to plus 70. There's no point me having a diplomatic insult CB on them. It's not like I'm in any position to attack them at all. My vassal is slowly being integrated, despite the fact that I do have negative Diplo rep. Base, same religion, same culture group, -3 Diplo rep. So we are making some very, very slow progress, but we are making progress all the same. So the Bosnian separatists haven't fired yet. I'm sure they will at some point. Another great advisor has died. That was our... Don't think we need the yearly prestige. Production efficiency could be good. Let's take the National Unrest guy. We've got a lot of different factions that might pop at the moment. So the National Unrest guy should be good for us. Genoa has declared war on Crimea. We're actually starting to gain manpower now, which is nice. Could go ahead and mothball these galleys right here, because we don't really need the galleys and the transports at the moment. Although sometimes you do end up needing them at a moment's notice. We have very low naval maintenance costs as Venice. There's hardly any point to it. We have increased our force limit. We've got no manpower, though. We haven't increased our naval force limit, despite the fact we have gained a... we have actually gone and gained a coastal province, but it doesn't have the right culture, it doesn't have the right religion, it's not cored, so it's not really going to benefit us any right now. So is there anybody else that we could potentially attack? Siena is not part... No, Siena is part of the HRE. We need that event to trigger where the northern provinces leave, or at least we need something nasty to happen between Aragon and... Castile, just to get sort of Austria and France tied up in all of that. Hopefully I'm not going to have a game like my last one, where the AIs that were usually strong and powerful were doing derpy stuff and making life difficult for me. There is a new pope, that is fine. Again, we're still not making any papal influence because of that statutory restraint of appeals. And Venetian... I don't think either of those things ever goes away. Venetian first, Christian second. That stays on permanently. And that also stays on permanently. We officially demoted the Pope and instead raised the King to be final legal authority in all matters of religion. But it reduces our national unrest. It gives us cheaper stability. It gives us yearly prestige. And I don't think we are going to stay Catholic. Don't think we can afford to. Is there any... We could revoke the restraint of appeals. Oh, we could do that. The ruler has to have a diplomatic skill of at least 4, which we have. We have to have a theologian, which we have. And Venice's opinion of the papal state. So my opinion of them has to be at least 100. That would reduce our yearly prestige. The papal's opinion of Venice is changed by plus 50. Venice gets revocation of the restraints of appeal. So it increases missionary strength, but reduces the yearly prestige. I wonder if it gets rid of the restraint of appeals, though. Yeah, the statute of restraint of appeals will be removed. Might be worth actually doing that. We just get a lot of things there. Can we get the Pope's opinion of me up to plus 100? We are... Well, my opinion of them has to be plus 100. And hostile relations, that's never going to happen. Are we rivaled? We're not rivaled. I manually set them to friendly. Yeah, it still says hostile relations. We'll see if we can actually get them to be friendly. We'll recall the diplomat from Austria. We've got a few cores done now. Did that increase our naval force limit any? It did not. We are about to incorporate Corfu, though. That rebel faction is at 90%, and there it is. It did spawn in the mountains. Luckily, it spawned where our leader was. Let's go ahead and move the other army over, although I think the army that's there is going to deal just fine. There we go, those guys are dealt with. Let's group you guys up and move you to Dalmatia. At least now we've actually managed to connect up our land, even though we haven't managed to take Ragusa. Ragusa is still being guaranteed by the Ottomans, which is a real pain. The Ottomans are currently in a war with somebody. Milan's declared war on Switzerland. I wonder, would they actually come in to protect you? I bet they would. Yeah, they'd still come in. Which we could do without happening. Now, we're allied to the Knights. I bet they're still not willing to take an alliance. Vassalization, are they? It's only negative 46. Economic base compared to theirs. Distance between borders and the fact we're a merchant republic. I don't know why the distance between borders things count. Because, look, there's Crete. Crete belongs to Venice. There is Rhodes. That belongs to the Knights. We share the same sea tile. We're neighbours. Why are we getting a penalty for distance between borders? Doesn't make any sense at all. No sense. Again, declaring on Hungary would be a really bad idea because of that alliance with Austria. We've done the integration. That goes and stuffs up our everything. There is a fort there in Corfu. I'm going to leave that fort there. And there's a reason for that. It's quite useful. If you ever go to war with the Ottomans, they're almost guaranteed to try and cross over the strait to siege that fort. While they're sieging that fort, you just take Epirus and blockade the strait. Stop them getting back over. Hopefully, we should be able to play naval superiority to our advantage as Venice. That's kind of the point of it. We do have a spare soldier there now. We'll keep him. We don't want to get rid of him. We'll go and pick him up with the ship. What do we have here? This is a galley. Do we want to keep that galley? That has put us now... Oh no, it actually has increased the naval force limit because we've got another coastal province, so that's good. So we'll connect you up, get you over there. So we do have one more ship. Let's group you all up, get you over there. So our territory isn't still quite connected up. Now, I did say I was going to get a new candidate. I still think we want to go for... Well, we are getting behind on admin now. Although we do have that Diplo idea group. No, we're going to go for a diplomatic candidate again. How are things going with the Pope? Yeah, we're never going to get our opinion up to plus 100, but it'd be nice to get it up somewhat. So we can get post-war tax relief, which gives us a minus 15% national tax modifier for 5 years, or national manpower modifier reduction, or national unrest plus 2. We are dealing with most of the problems, so I think do we want to go with that? I don't want to lose the manpower. We're making decent money. Let's go for the tax modifier. It doesn't really matter that much because most of our income comes from trade. Trade. Oh, I don't know. Trade's now less than half of our income, but still, we are making decent money from trade. What I do want to do is be able to take Ragusa at some point, because Ragusa is actually a centre of trade. Ragusa has the... I'll click the right button in a minute. Ragusa has the coastal centre of trade. So local trade power plus 10. So we definitely want to try and take that, but while the Ottomans are protecting it, it's not going to be that easy. Got some money in the bank. Do we want to build any trade buildings somewhere? I guess we do. Plus 2. Should definitely get that one. Some of these still have high autonomy. So I guess plus 1.9 and plus 1.4. We've spent quite a lot of our money there, but don't mind that too much. Ragusa has been fabricating a claim on Corfu. That's interesting. Well, they can fabricate on it, but if they declare war on me... increased trade efficiency. The Ottomans might be guaranteeing them, but if they declare war on me, the Ottomans aren't going to come in and help them, so... converted the heretics of Cyprus. Venice has an active cardinal. You can see these conversions now are going to take a very, very, very long time. We haven't got any Orthodox zealots though, so we'll start doing these conversions. So everything should be good there. Our diplomats aren't really doing anything at the moment. Let's go ahead and fabricate some claims on these provinces. Yes, we're going to have a long truce with them, but at the same time, we do want to make sure we have claims for when we take all that land, because we will do. Don't know why I'm trying to suck up with the Pope. It's not really going to help. What are improved relations at? Improved relations, 55. Yeah, can't do an awful lot about that. I think we'll bring you back. And I think we will actually go and fabricate a claim on Ragusa. Just in case they do attack me, because at least then I'll be able to have a claim on their province. Florence has declared war against Ferrara. I'd really like to be able to go and steal some land up here, but it's far, far too risky while these guys are all in their own fights. You're at war with Lorraine, so that isn't going to make an awful lot of difference. This is problematic. The Iberian wedding has fired. That now means that Naples now belongs to Castile, our ally, which is potentially problematic. It is still possible that they could end up breaking free. That is definitely a thing. Castile do have positive prestige, though. Maybe we should take... maybe on our next idea group, we should start thinking about going for espionage ideas, which are normally really crap. But you do have this ability to... Where is it? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Agitate for liberty. We'd have to get quite a long way through to do that. Not sure if it's worth it. That's going to make life really difficult. Maybe we Maybe we break the alliance with Castile and instead ally France. Who are our possible allies right now? Our possible rivals. We could rival France. We could rival the Papal States. Can't really take anything from France, so there's no point really rivaling them. I think we should definitely rival the Papal States. Now, France doesn't like me. France has rivaled me. Why have you rivaled me, France? That seems silly. Okay, we've got a costly embargo with Aragon. We will... Can't do anything about that right now. Got a new mission. Rival of our rival. Manpower needs to recover. Still going to take ages. Who is this with? Florence. Florence is one of these ones. Florence, how much do you... You actually don't mind me all that much, so we'll go ahead. We'll take rival of the rival. And we will... Still can't do that because all of my guys are fabricating claims. Okay, must remember to sort those things out there. That's unfortunate. Naples becoming... Well, it's unfortunate and it's fortunate. It's annoying that Naples is going to possibly become part of Spain. At the same time... It does mean that Spain is going to have a close border with the Ottomans, which is going to help us out there. So we'll see how that goes. I would like to still form Italy, but maybe we have to take more of a bite out of the rest of Europe first. Reduce production efficiency, that's a bit crap. We're getting through these things, I don't mind that too much. Rebel uprising at 80%, Serbian separatists. Who, if they pop up anywhere, it's probably going to be in Zeta. Zeta is mountains. So Zeta is where we want to have our army standing. You don't have a leader there with you anymore. We'll go and put the general in charge. He's not a great general, but he's a general all the same. It's because we voted in another leader. That's one thing you do have to be careful of if you're using your if you're playing a republic and you're using your leader as a general. That every time you vote in a new leader, then you lose your general as well. So now that's also mine, although I can't really get to it. I should probably fabricate some claims on the Ottomans. They're not in any wars at the moment. Milan has rivaled me. We could go down here and potentially pick on the Mamluks. The Mamluks are allied with a few people that I don't care about. They're not going to be great provinces. Do any of these have cores that belong to somebody else? Tripoli. I'm just thinking we could potentially release Tripoli. Be difficult to get down there, though. We could fabricate on Dana. I'm just thinking we could release Tripoli, turn it into a march, and just feed it Africa. New idea. Is it worth taking it? It would increase our trade range, and it would give us a 25% naval force limit modifier and reduced galley cost. Yes, that is worth taking. Because it'll save us money and it'll mean we can have a bigger fleet. Having a bigger fleet means we will be able to defend against the Ottomans more easily. So that's increased things by quite a considerable number there. I'm going to get lights for the time being. So 2 in Venice because it's nice and quick. 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave it at that for now. We will get some more galleys as well. May even get a heavy or 2. We can certainly afford to. Malta's owned by Aragon. I am aware... Oh, we have our revolt. Wasn't where I expected it to be. It is in woods, which is unfortunate. There is no river crossing, which is good. Now, I was just about to say, I'm aware that I do still have a costly embargo going, but it's just because all of my diplomats are busy. Oh, finally, we rolled a 9. How wonderful. That took its time. There we go. We did win that. We took quite a few losses, though. Let's get you back to Albania. That's going to use up some of our manpower. But I think that's a good point to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying EU4 as Venice. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, goodbye for now.